questions, feel free to ask. The cadets notes, they're not too bad. It's mostly just talking about things, but it's easy to read past something. There's a lot of... It's a bit dense with information, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it is 14 pages as well.
Yep, no worries.
Did you swap PC or something, or how comes? Did you have to did you change your PC, and that's why you don't have them downloaded anymore? I see. Okay. We are doing Kate mod, right?
Oh, it's not necessary. You can if you want. It'll be an easy EM grind, but you have Tressa and Cyrus, so you can just grind it.
Yeah, you could just fight. You could just fight Russell.
Yeah, do Russell, then a Whistlewood encounter if you need to, grind some more. I also give an alternative strat of using Dancers and Whistlewood, and then lay them on the second encounter if you get frogs.
Okay.
It's plenty fine on those.
But
yeah,
what are you gonna do?
I'm not having Kate mod.
I have Kate mod.
If people want, you can. Yeah, I mean, it's...
I mean, you have the advantage of, having run it before, so it's fine if you don't have
sure.
Kate mod.
Also, you killed a pirate in Tressa 1? Why?
I mean, that's the... Yeah, do whatever Tressa one you want. That's the one I do.
You kill it for the SP for hired mercs for Russell, right?
Yeah, that as well. You get some
Oh,
JP, and
sure.
that helps get merch before it. I suppose that's also
Sure,
the context
yeah.
for it. Yeah, I guess modern strat is to kill the pirate, or not kill the pirate, and then do a longer make him back by like a turn.
It's the same turn, but yeah, it's still turn 11 for both.
Interesting. Whenever I keep looking at it, people say it's better to do it that way, but then I keep comparing it, and it doesn't seem better. I don't know. I guess it's fine then. Do whichever Tressa one you want, and then get the JP for Russell.
I guess I should open up my splits because I did spend time making them, so I wouldn't want to get that to waste.
When's the last time I did
Or if you
Tressa
want.
1?
If you want, you can also just kill a Kate with Tressa and improvise some way of getting Russell with a Soul Stone. I don't know. We get a lot of resources nearby, though. It would be just a little bit of a switcheroo on some things.
Yeah. I'm ready whenever.
Right,
I'm ready for disaster.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, cause yeah. No, you're fine. Double monitor gang, am I right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Double monitor gang. Yeah, I'm lucky because one of my friends, she was just like, yeah, I'm moving and like my new desk just doesn't have space for 2 monitors. So do you just want one? I'm like, sure. It's great. She just gave it to me.
Oh. I'm ready.
We want to do a countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Alright, good luck, have fun.
Yeah. Watch me not buy this wolf bow at the start.
Oh. Okay, I was missing a go, so I didn't start. But then I saw Doid start. So
are we having a mess of... Do we need to start over? Was there last split issues?
Start over?
No, it's fine, okay, no, then I guess we can go back quickly.
We can restart to...
Sure.
And I remember to buy the wolf bow too.
I guess we aren't actually allowed to get the Kate because in the notes it says then go one, try to sing a story.
It goes, what? What does it say in the notes?
Oh, just my classic notes of if you get a Kate, don't bother. This is not a Kate route. Go run something else.
Where? Hold on. Where does it say this in the notes? Hold on.
White Below Souls Chapter 1.
Yeah, that's all good. We good? Yep.
Right. Three,
3,
2, 1, go.
go!
Good luck.
Good luck, have fun. Have fun with it.
Two. Take two.
Jolly axe collecting time.
Holly acts. Woo!
Especially the final one.
Alright,
Yeah, I
remember
bought
to buy
the
wolf
bow.
Yeah! Someone done. I cannot count how many just bear runs I've done where I just like. Yeah, yes.
All very standard. There is a fortifying nut to get on the way to Atlas Dam, but other than that, it's pretty standard.
Oh, that's just the red chest right for the
Yeah, right near the north exit on the Ripple-Tide screens, yeah. We'll be doing lots of big Ulbrich damage later. Just pick up the nut. I don't know how critical that one nut is, but it does a lot of big damage. It's helpful.
Surely.
I know one fight at the very least it saves a turn, so why not get it?
Hey.
Yeah, it's Octopath time.
I haven't started Twessa in so long because I always make a point to not start Twessa in Bingo.
Bingo.
Well, not always, but in recent times.
I mean, towards the end we were all avoiding Tressa and Cyrus
Yeah.
and all the good ones.
Yeah.
Surprised by fishes.
Oh.
And can't escape.
I'm just fleeing. I don't care.
With 79 HP.
I guess I'll kill this pirate just so I can heal.
Same.
It's actually a terrible idea. Just like actually just heal.
Yeah, if you want, you can grind 5 JP some other way if you like doing a different Tressa one, but this is just the Tressa one I've always run.
Yeah. If you get a Kate, flee anyways or go run Tressa.
Yeah, my Candy's notes say that too. The notes aren't too thorough about the Mechamac fight. Hopefully we're all comfortable with how to do it. Just don't die and all that.
I mean, literally turn by
I
turn.
hope we've all played this game enough to know how to do Mechamac.
Everyone can mess up a Mechamac.
I have done it many times.
Yeah, mine is if you see that you're about to die, heal, and that's about it.
The first time I faced Zazu and Nobles, I took like 11 minutes on Nick and Mac.
Oh my god.
I'm having a good Mechamac fight, it seems.
よいしょ。行くよ。ここからよ。いい風吹いてる。行くよ。いや。ここからよ。
Make him back down.
Yep. Yeah, exact same time
どん
too.
なもん？
Nope.
You got fished.
Yeah, I did win.
That's decent, yeah. M-stones, in particular, you get some extras of, so those are pretty good. Bandits are fine as well. At the end, it just comes down to a bit of how many times do you have to reset reputation for Golden Axe. There's a little bit of a surplus, but overall, you don't run really low. I'd say don't use more than like 2,000 on hired help extra in the early game, but there's like one low point where you drop around to 2,000, and that's about it. Yeah. It mentions in the notes also if you use a lot of extra hired help, you can pick up the 1,200 chest.
体験ね。
Oh, nice, go runs.
Nice.
これで
Nice.
ど
Go
う？
run trust a single story. Get out of here. What are you doing?
どんなもん？
Don't forget the fortifying nut.
Yeah.
ちゃっちゃと行くわよ。さあ、どうする？
Oh, you killed the cat? I don't know. You don't have a soul stone for Russell, so go get EM early and get a light M outside Noble Court. I figure, I don't know.
I mean, have you run Galdera? You can just do like that. Well, Galdera with Kate picks up Cyrus like halfway through the run, so...
Yeah, I would still get Cyrus second because there's scrutinizes and whatever else along the way. Don't deviate from the notes, but if you want, you can go get EM early and get the light M outside Noble
どう
Court.
する？
And that'll be how you kill Russell, and just do it like that, I guess. But yeah, the notes say don't kill the cat.
ちゃっちゃと行くわよ。
I mean, having more JP isn't gonna mess anything up, surely.
Yeah, I don't know. And also, Cyrus also wants JP, so that's a little awkward. Since you'd have to grind afterwards anyways. There's the point where he just barely gets to the support skill thing.
行くよ。
I forgot we needed the JP to run hired help.
Yeah, I'll find something.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna have enough.
2,500, I think. Maybe it's 5,000, I don't remember.
Really caught by surprise by this idiot.
Yeah, 33 axes. Oh, that's probably good. Yeah, we never get those, so you're fine.
Idea.
やれやれ、荒事は好きではないのだな。
さあ、いや、
やられるものか。
Yeah, we never get the Tony's mom M Stone, and the Yellowstone's kind of a backup, but obviously didn't get that either. But
商人だからって甘く見たでしょ。
yep, that should be fine.
What do you use the Isam on? Is it relevant that it's an Isam?
やれやれ、荒事は好きではないのだな。
True.
さあ、やっ
No, I mean, I was asking because maybe then I would just Russell, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it matters a little
I
bit.
know
I
it
would say
does
don't-
anyway.
In the Russell fight, just don't defend with Cyrus, instead hit with a staff on Russell, and that'll help break an extra shield, and dancers will deal extra damage. That should do it pretty well. Maybe. No, you don't get anything in Subterranean Cavern. Study.
I grabbed the old coin because I needed to force an extra counter. So
説
might as
得は
well.
無理そうだ。
Yeah, I actually danced around right outside Russell, but if you run through there, you usually can get 2 encounters.
Where do you purchase the Thunder S?
The guard right
Oh.
after the wrestle fight.
どうする？
Yeah, it's just to kill EM. If you have Kate Mod on, then you're fine. It's just for Whistlewood
Oh yeah,
encounter.
it's just
どうする？いい風に
I
する？
see.
howlers.
中、
Well, I'm binding it anyway.
集中。
Yeah. I realized. As soon as I bought it, I was like, wait.
ここからよ。お金に糸目はつけないわ。へへん、どんなもん？
Technically, if you want, you can pick up another small soulstone at some point for extra damage on Yvonne. Typically, I have the Thunder S as backup in the small amount of cases that need it.
Ants. No, I bandits them. But doesn't really matter since I'm just getting the key now anyway.
I got frogs.
Firestorm and I got a cave.
戦いの準備はできているよ。
私のお金に糸目はつけないわ。商人だからって甘く見たでしょ。
I haven't got
Slash ban or click on the cogwheel and then there's like enable moderator icons. And then you can have like 3 icons next to their name and you can click on those.
So just right click on their name and it should be there should be an option to ban them, but I don't remember. Oh, scrutinize used for textiles? Let's go!
money.
Yes.
Yeah, quests, and it's just for money.
Oh my god, Cyrus, you're incredible. First try Thunder L,
どんなもん？
and first try Curious Antique. Less impressive, but still nice.
Yeah, the Noble Court scrutinizes, they're a little iffy. There's a lot of them, so
This is why you get the
Slightly
cave.
worse,
This is why you get the cave. It's for the noble for the streets. Oh, I
や
forgot
れ
to
やれ
purchase the
荒事は好きではない。
How Wing Wing is on like one of the Fairy NPCs, right?
it's guarding a house down to the right.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, no mind.
どんなもん？
Hey, head to, okay, to the root ledge. Root shrine. Cool. Hi, Kit.
Yeah, talk to Kit. It's in the notes.
Oh, it is? Oh, no.
Oh,
What?
I
Yeah,
didn't
we do it
do
the
it.
second time through, because why not? But the minor
Oh,
amount
so
of logic
let's
for
do
that is that if you don't talk to Kit and you get a Kate, then you can go run Tressa single story.
That makes sense.
But yeah, we get.
Oh, yeah, you do.
You do.
You do get it. Yep, Scholar Shrine included.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna have to... It's funny because I was like
Yeah.
tempted to just like do it anyway. Just. I'm not streaming now. I can stream to Discord, I guess, but like. Okay, yeah, no, I'm not streaming.
Oh yeah. If anyone has questions where things are at, that one's. I think some of the earlier notes are a little less verbose on where things are at. Used for textiles is near the provisioner. So from the Soul L, you just head left, and they're right there.
So we are gonna have to steal the Oasis helm, I assume.
Yep, that's what we do Kit for.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I didn't talk to Kid again.
I'll just do it later. And just the next teleport.
Yeah, that's fair. The notes are basically saying, go towards a certain place, and it tells you what you tag along the way, and then the notes that follow it is the things you do along the way while doing that. So you can get a broad idea of where you're going, and then look at the notes to see what you're getting.
Okay, so we don't need the warrior shine, so we're gonna get Ulbrich.
Correct, we don't get Warrior Shrine.
Nice.
I did not.
Nice.
Don't get Warrior Shrine?
Don't get the
No, we
warrior
do
shrine.
Let me stop reset here
Right.
anyway.
Yeah, we don't get that. Tag Cobblestone, Stone Guard, and you're on your way to Runeblade.
You do not get the Light L? Only the Seraphim part?
I think you get the Light L first, right? Oh no,
Does
it's the other way
not
around.
say you
Yeah, so
do.
you do two passes through there. First one is Silverfield Pouch, and then later you come back when you have Therian and head to
I
tunnels.
see.
Oh, for knowledge staff. Sure.
Yeah, and a very important item, Death Cleaver. X's. But yeah,
Yeah.
Therian for knowledge stuff.
Makes
Well,
sense.
yeah, right. Like you could just do this. Yeah. I say, and I'm just rogue's brain. Just immediately grab both items now instead of waiting. What
Yeah,
is
the
this?
idea is that you can usually get through there without an encounter. It's a little risky, but if you do only one item per pass through there.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, this route's a whole lot of getting tons of money because axes. Oh yeah. Nope, yeah, not much vets. You get to do a lot of actual strats.
Ah, damn it.
Love doing actual strats.
Got the encounter.
I got Stone Guard encounter. I assume that's the encounter.
No, the... in front of
Rifle
Woundblade.
died. Oh, okay. I'm
Oh,
behind.
ever meme.
Yeah,
Yes.
Bird and Drake.
I'm going to warp to Ripple-Tide, or I forget. Just complete kit 1.
I'm not gonna save.
Wait, we
Who's
do?
gotten their first axe?
I am not.
Stone Guard's where you get your first axe.
Yeah.
On the warp there, after Runeblade Shrine. Should be soon for some of you.
I am about to do it now.
I'm grabbing the 50k right now.
IRL, the 3M, on the rock record. You're the rock cleaver guy, right? No. Oh, I know it. Oh, it's just one of the bandits. Right. I got my first axe. Winning, right?
Yeah.
That's how this works.
Yeah.
Now we... What cobblestone? Okay, now we're done. Tag Sunshade. I assume
It's just a warp point.
Just a warp point, yeah. Yeah. It's rock cleaver.
You're not.
It's
Next
the...
NPC.
Down below. It's not at the shop. Which is where you were seeing Horncleaver. But
it's the guy next to the person you've purchased the Mighty Belt and Augmenter. It's the guy on the left of the two ruffians.
I guess the right
I
one.
wasn't reading.
Or sorry, the right. Yeah. It's the guy you'll see first when you're walking to the left.
Yeah, sorry, the notes are really dense. Easy to look past some stuff. Is that or make it even longer in the page count, but whatever.
Yeah.
I wasn't reading, so I skipped the Elemental Augmenter and Dava thingy and just teleported to Cobblestone, and then had to walk all the way back.
Oh, that's rough. Real quick, that's... Oh, we also get the fortifying nut from the Cordy Crest. Cool.
Yep, a few fortifying nuts in total.
Oh. I just totally forgot to just go to Saints Bridge.
Yeah, we do it then. Sorry that the notes are kind of a little different than normal. I thought it would save some space, and once you get used to the run, it's a nice way of formatting it. You see where you're going and what you do along the way, but yeah, it's a little odd.
And I just need to do Quarry Crest, so I can just...
Yep.
So yeah, after Quarry Crest, you just walk out.
Yeah, we just walk out.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm warping.
We do a quest along the way out. Complete the textile quests on the way out.
Oh, that's I guess like mildly annoying. So I'm gonna have to actually walk up there, but.
Yeah, some of the early game money decisions is just that right after Therian 1, when you buy in his shop, you go down to like 2,000, so it's pretty tight on money up to this point with how we tag things and whatever. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I have
should
an
be
extra old
safe.
coin.
Same.
I do, because I need to force an extra encounter in Cyrus 1, so it's like, well, I might as well grab the old coin.
Me too. Saints Book.
I like.
This
Oh,
is
that was
just
dumb.
one
Oh,
bandit.
I should have done this the other way around. That's fine. Walk over to dusk. January is when we warp. I assume.
Oh, you're already in Koi Quest.
I'm in Quarry Quest. Assume I don't need the Apothecary Shrine until...
I forget when you first would want it, but yeah, you don't need it for a little while if you want. You don't need it before Therian at the very least.
どうする
That's what you're wondering.
Okay.
私に止めはつけないわ
You
Don't
first do it
start
when you recruit
Therian
Olbrith.
2?
どう
What?
We don't have to do it.
Oh, right. Oh, yes. Okay. Right. That makes sense.
Money and another thing to sell. Legitimately, we need a lot of money. And it's a pretty quick one. It's a reduction one, yeah, split between two elements.
Yeah.
Got some axes to buy.
Alright, I got my second axe.
Cool. Iron axe.
Yeah, the iron axe.
Yeah, in total we get 2 Fort M and 1 Fort S.
Wait, why is this Heathcote script written like this? What is this?
It just means anyone can use any of the items, I believe.
Sure.
The little arrows indicate how you navigate in the menu for the soul stones, but like if you open up items and tap right then up, it gets you to the fire L. You can ignore those. Not all the fights have those anyways. Very quickly, it becomes endless items, and who knows what else can desync the inventory. But early on, it still matches up, so I have a few of them in. The Arcane Hatchet also has that as a little input. You go into the buy and then you tap up, left, down, and they get you to the axes.
Go down.
I'm entering Boulderfall. Never mind, got an encounter.
Arcane Hatchet and Magus Hatchet. We sell everything? No, we don't.
Nope, don't need to sell. There's 2.
No.
You don't sell axes, no. You gotta keep them all. Yeah, there's 2 points in the run where you sell items.
I'm gonna steal the extra palm from the old man, just cause.
Isn't that in the script?
No. There's a second palm.
授業の
Oh, okay,
時間
other one, yep.
炎よ燃え
I'm
ろ
gonna steal it from Habit of Prim single story because it makes Simeon Phase 2 a lot easier.
Yep.
お金に糸目は
There's a
つけ
few
るわ
optional palmems that you can kind of pick up along the way,
今日は店じまいよ
or palmels and palmems mostly. There's only one required use of a palm L, and any other palmels that you pick up along the way can be used as palmems in the script. And you're guaranteed to have that palm L by the end, I'm pretty sure, so that part of it's safe. But yeah, you can pick up like one in outside the Gold Shore Cathedral for an extra pomegranate if you need it at that point.
Wait, why does the script
Beyond
say
that,
we
you shouldn't
need
be
to-
too low though.
Why does the script say we need to save and reset? Oh, because we got in the copper pouch. Wait, where is the copper pouch?
It's just near the save point.
By Victor's Hollow?
No, the Dusk Barrow screen is where you're save
Oh.
resetting. Did I typo that?
Yes.
Dusk Barrow Trail, you save
Oh,
reset.
okay. Oh, okay. I misread that as just walk into Dusk Barrow Trail to to reset your
Oh, I
step
see.
counter
Yep.
after exiting Winter Shrine. Hey. Did I just like forget how to go to? I really just forgot how to go to Victor's Hollow.
させるか
Oh my god.
お金に糸
We
目
go
は
to
つける
the
わ
Hunter Shrine, so you don't need to reset steps or anything like that.
Yeah.
商人だからって
Unless she
甘く見たでしょ
literally forgets how to go to Victor's Hollow.
やるぞ
Alright.
Yeah, it's just some quick menu stuff that I throw in.
くらい
It's just for item menus. The rest can be memorized pretty well.
さて
But items are
Kore demo
changing
dozo.
route by route.
授業はこれで終わりだ
Yeah, up to this point it should be guaranteed, and then you start getting endless item stuff, so beyond that it doesn't matter.
Are we getting Rebels X?
Are we getting what?
Which X?
Rebels X.
No, we don't get Rebels X, sorry.
Missed opportunity, okay.
You can steal it if you want. If it makes you
Yeah, go ahead, get your Rebels X.
No, 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 no. Maybe later. I'm... Damn it. You know, I guess I will have to teleport back anyway later to get the analyzing pom and notion not. So I guess I might.
Curious Antique. Oh right, I always forget that this merchant just sells a Curious Antique for way cheaper than a Curious Antique sells for. It's like, what is happening? You buy the pom? You do not buy the pom. Oh, cool. And GTF are out of here.
Yep.
Yes. And the Olive L inside. It is not that max now. Yes, only 11 axes. Only
The
axes
ones
you
that
can
you
equip.
equip. It's a nice distinction on things, otherwise, who knows what a Rebels Axe is? It's just a key item that has the name Rebels Axe. It could be anything.
It could be anything, even a lamp.
Could be an X. So just to make sure.
I mean, there's some NPCs that hold axes when they do their attacks. We have to guide alert all of those, right?
Yeah.
I know, because we would be getting the NPC, not the X.
Oh, okay.
You have to see
We have
that
to kill
axe.
them.
Yes.
I'm sure this Rebels Axe is just another name for an axe we collect otherwise, because we get all the axes. So it's gotta be something they bought somewhere, and they just gave it a fancy name. We only get one of each axe anyway, so it's not like we need to get dupes. Or all of the possible ways of getting axes.
That's the Copperfit pouch. It's like bottom right of the save point in Dustboard Trail.
Save point, you just head down and slightly left and then curve right. But
Ah, okay.
it's basically visible from heading down from the save point, so it's right there.
Yeah, okay. Got it. Okay.
You just enter and leave no card, right? You don't do anything.
Yep, just leave immediately.
Cool. And then we get this is home. And yeah, okay, now we got a forest purgation. Cool.
So Looter, you're just now going to Forest of Purgation? Because I'm also there. Wondering
Yeah.
where I caught up to you on that.
I skipped
Saintsbridge?
Yeah, I skipped Saintsbridge first.
Okay, yep.
Okay, I'll be going back to Vodafone.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, wait, how did I get so far ahead of everyone else? Oh, right, because I just skipped the thing. Stone Guard. Okay, this is when we go to alcohol. Cool.
Okay, which one of you has the X? Yeah, okay. Okay, got the Webbers X. So I'm in the clear.
Nice.
Yeah, the goal is to get to 33 axes. 32 normal axes and Rebel's axe, and not a golden axe.
Nope.
Ooh.
Of course not. Ah, okay. Missed another thing.
Yeah, I suppose if you were to be able to skip 1x, you'd definitely make it Memorial X. That's the Cyrus and
Because
Alphen
that's
requirement.
the Cyrus Alphen one. Yeah.
Okay, will do.
And all of Cyrus should be able to. You know, all of their chapter combines for that 1x.
Jeez, 8 chapters for a
That's
single
miserable.
act. Good
Well, 7, I guess.
God.
You could get South anyway, probably.
Yeah, scrutinize
Yeah,
here or there. Extra items on shops.
I assume we don't get anything out of the ordinary in tunnels. It's just the 3 normal stuff.
Yeah, you can get the Palm L at the entrance. It's not in the notes because it kind of pushes the encounter rate slightly up, and it's technically optional, but I recommend it.
Okay, did I?
Nah. Yeah, you don't need that
Why?
one. There's
I
better
got the
Palm M's.
I got the Palm M. Cool. Cool.
My Cyrus is 1 JP short. How'd that happen?
Oh.
Like hold trap. I can get it later, it's fine. I mean, I did get the bones in the Russell area. That's one less JP, but...
That's the last
That's
JP.
Yep, and then I guess my Whistlewoods were suboptimal, so it's whatever.
Laughs in Kate mod.
It must be like a 3 JP range that you can land and not have the JP at that point. Whatever.
Yeah, you just teach it right after the Breaking Fighter of Gaston or whatever.
First you need it. The point is before Gideon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's after Gaston. There's a menu there anyways. A few of these fights are probably far from perfectly efficient. A little nebulous, like, just chuck soul stones if you need to, or soul M's, that's pretty fine. The ones you want to avoid using in general are the Thunder M's. Those are kind of nicer later on, but otherwise the rest are pretty usable.
Gaston down.
Same.
To Marceline.
Going to Marceline by way of Wellspring.
And Sunshade?
No, you go from after Olbert 1.
Oh, okay.
You just walk out. It's slightly faster than warping to Sunshade.
Mm-hmm.
ラッキャせい大した強さだ合格点だよ
Like a few seconds faster, 3 at most. It's not much.
Right.
Oh, I didn't pay attention whether I got the hand axe drop from Gaston fight. It's not necessary to get, but it's an early axe when you get it.
I thought that axe was just a 100%.
No, it's 30% from each of the ads. And yeah, you get it later when you recruit Alphen, because it's the default axe.
Because it's the default. It's the default axe.
I got one.
Yes.
Yep. I'll mention that this is also glitchless, so if you're wondering why we don't get the Master Spear, it's because glitches are cringe, except when they're not.
Except when they're obscenely broken glitches instead of just mildly useful.
I always go no glitches or all glitches, no non-major glitches.
Really?
Tragic. I got the Marcelum Catacombs encounter. It's tight. Safety save if you want Marcelum Catacombs.
Too late. I already walked past the house if I didn't get it.
It's like 1 in 5 for my tests that you get an encounter, but it happens. You also have to have good movement, which is a little iffy on there. Those things to get caught up on.
Yeah. Scrutinize the first time.
Wait, what encounter in Catacombs?
Marcelum Catacombs, when you're getting Viper Dagger.
Oh, God.
You go in, get Viper Dagger, go out.
Ah, I see.
Alright, Cyrus. Please. Thank you. And then Scholarly Youth. Is that the one who has City of Gold?
Yep, that's what you're doing.
It's really bottom of the barrel for money, huh?
Yeah, that's quick money. That's 11,000 to just walk up some stairs. Later, after Cyrus 4, you can just go get it.
Ah, Ethan lost the limb encounter. Classic.
He's the, oh, it's this guy.
The only thing that's a little iffy about it is that
Wait,
it's
where's the
scrutinized that you
gargantuan
can fail.
axe?
It's in the alcove on the left.
Oh,
Inside
okay. Is that where you normally get the fire? Wait, what?
It's a purchase, just, they're kind of in a little alcove, in the middle of 3 people at the entrance of the palace.
I looked at, the other 2 people and just kind of forgot about the 3rd person. Nice. Get the 2 bombs and the Tempest on the right hand, the all 3 stars?
This is like one of the most miserable screens in the game.
Which one?
The one where when you come from Wellspring and just walk straight down.
Oh yeah, I hate that screen.
Yeah.
So bad. Got an encounter twice now.
Screen is... I'm gonna put Viper Dagger and 10% dagger.
Nah, just the Tempest one. We do equip it, but it's mostly 3,500 money that we go for it. Or 3,400.
Corrosive and amputation, is it? Yeah.
Alright, here comes Gideon time. It's a bit of a tricky fight, save before it. Overall it can go fine.
You're on Geene right now?
Yeah, I'm entering, or you are as well. I'm basically guiding you from the sounds of it.
Yeah, I'm entering. I just entered the sewers.
Yep. The whole slash stuff is whether or not you're before or after Gideon. You're trying to get the soul stones to kill the ads. It is basically the priority, and if they haven't been spawned yet, use the other action. The soul stone list is up above the fight.
Said if you're before or after Gideon.
Yeah, that's what the slashes are about. So Soulstone if you're after Gideon, because then the ads are there to check them out. Otherwise, the other action. And just be careful about healing. Make sure you heal if the ads hit you, and you can get some hired help mercs off. Overall, it usually goes fine,
Alright.
but it's got some variance.
I have missed so many things.
It's what? Soulstone? Oh, Shadow Owl. Cool.
Yeah, it's mostly just any L stone and then a light L, but
You mean Light M?
light M and then light L. Yeah. Needs a shadow L, light L, and a light M to kill the ads.
Oh.
Right, I'm in tricky situations.
Oh my god,
Crit me.
Tressa barely lived.
My Tressa died to a crit.
負けるわけにはいかない
Not to defeat the ads, just one light L for the ads, and then you do chuck another one for damage later.
Right, so... Now we just try to break.
守りがガラ空きだ
Wait,
Yeah, if Tressa... Oh no, your Tressa's fine. Yeah, you're fine. Then just break. Mostly with Tressa
さ
bandits.
てどうし
the
ようか
Tress is at 33 HP.
これでもどうぞ
It's fine. And then just break. Or heal if you need to. I don't know. I don't know where you're at. Are the ads dead?
これ
Oh,
でどう
wait.
ここからが本番だ
One second. You know what?
I'm probably gonna actually have to take it up as well.
I'm just gonna assume that she lives. Okay, cool. This is fine.
行くぞ
Wait, is it okay if one of the bandits is the fourth hit to break Gideon? Or does he have to be fully
Yeah, it's fine. The damage is pretty tight, but it should be fine. Yeah, you...
Oh, no, it just cleanly kills him. Cool.
暗い
Yeah, the bandits are meant to be breaking Gideon, is what the bandits are there for.
I just assumed Gideon had to be
お金
break.
にお金はつけないわ
Fine then.
No, it's not damage from the bandits.
Hold up,
集中していこ
Thousand Spears. And like steal SP. Why steal SP? Ugh, I hate that. Can I only steal HP instead?
Technically no, it takes you out of cover range on a certain fight, so don't do
う
it.
もういいか
hate that so much.
It's if you want the HP, it's fine. It's also at the bottom of the menu more often, so it's better in that regard. But
No, because I'm used to doing the bottom menu as.
暗い
armor cross Sivia.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, also I just like, forgot to go up to the Corey Crest provisionally.
Alright, I'm having a bad Gideon apparently. It's usually alright. You just have to get a little lucky.
これでどう
Wait, where's the Corey Crest? Hold on. Wait, am I just stupid? Where's...
集中していこうと
I walked for the second screen, thinking that's where I was supposed to go.
大切断
I've died to Gideon twice now. It's
Oh, it's
I'm
right
playing either not.
いい
There was
ぞ
one misplay this fight, but it's also a little wonky.
I have no idea if you need to steal the Fool's Gold Ore, but I did.
Wait, where are you? Oh, going out. Those.
Yeah, I'm leaving. 3 Herbs of Valor. Oh, for Werner, sure.
Yep.
I am down light M.
Alright.
It's gonna be fine.
Oh, Master Shrine. Cool.
This time I should have a plenty safe Gideon.
But you're still on Geene.
Yeah, 2 deaths so far.
Oof.
First one seemed inevitable, the second one I probably could have done better.
The challenge Cervantes. Ugh, right.
回転ね。
You can't reset your step counter when you beat Cervantes.
Yep.
さあどうする？
Maybe I can just run from
I
Cervantes
also
all the way down to
died.
Riverford.
Yep. Well, first go to Orwell. But
I did.
yes, you can go
I
straight
went
to
to
Orwell.
Orwell before going to fight Cervantes.
Okay. Yeah, you go Cervantes to Orwell was the idea.
Yeah, I did not. Wait, the spearhead really is required for the range to kill him with the axes? That's
Yeah,
funny.
it's that one's very tight on damage. It's a funny little thing.
That's really funny.
良い戦いにしよう。行くぞ。一番
I mean, the spearhead's mostly for turn order, but and saving time on that.
You defend if it's just...
各。よ。
Yeah, but okay, so then yes, the damage from spearhead also goes there. But instead you could have it less of a range if you just swung an axe and then swung 3 times with the axe, because it's not
Oh
that
yeah,
much
'cause
slower.
it's just...
Just 1 hit from him, but yeah, the damage range is kind of tight on that. It's safe, but it's surprisingly tight.
Do typical Grandport stuff. Just elaborate.
No, it's all in the notes after. It's just since there's a lot that follows. If you know Grandport stuff, just do that. Go to Grandport, get the stuff on the way.
There's a bunch of... Okay. Get the... Okay.
Just, you can follow the notes. It's all there. It's just saying if you don't feel like reading all the nonsense that follows, you can just do the normal stuff.
I'm like, wait...
Yeah, on the way to Grandport, you do stuff. You tag Goldshore, you get the Thunder L, you scrutinize the path stuff. No, you don't do challenges.
But you would want to.
You just go in and out of screens. You get the Wind L and the Thunder M.
It's faster to challenge than going in and out.
No, it's 4 seconds slower to challenge. I've timed it. It's safer,
What?
but... Yep. If you tag Goldshore. If you're not tagging Goldshore, then challenge is better, because you can just get to the first-person challenge. But if you're tagging Goldshore, then it actually is slower to do the challenges twice.
That's...
But it is safer because the Goldshore screen, you can get an encounter if you don't do the challenge, so it's whichever.
You get Merchant Shrine. Are we getting Merchant Shrine or not?
Yeah, you get Merchant Shrine.
Assumed. I just like I'm caught up on it. Do typical Grandport. I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah, you can just read the notes.
Yeah.
Where's everyone at? I'm challenging Cervantes.
I'm on
Merchant Shrine.
attempt 3 of Gideon, and I am short a light M because I didn't pick it up after Noble Court, it seems. So that is
Okay.
bad. Probably.
Yeah, it's tricky. I would just chuck a light L instead, and you have to kill the ad swell, and then later on in the fight, maybe if you have another M stone, chuck that for damage. That should
Picked up
some...
an additional fire M, so that should probably work.
Yeah, maybe. You can maybe use the fire M to kill ads as well. I forget if it needs to be light or not.
It has to
Yeah,
be.
they're weak to fire, so you're fine.
Oh, they're weak to fire. Ah, okay, yeah, it worked. So that's good.
Orwell. I'm having a lot of extra encounters early game, but then bad Gideon time. No, it's good. It's the thrill of the long and tedious axe run.
It balances out because you have experience. You just have to get bad RNG. You actually pick up the Thunder L or not yet?
No, you get it later during Alphen chapter.
That's... I thought. Wow, we scrutinize for Traveler?
Yep, 11,000.
Yeah, that's true. Scrutinize the knowledgeable trout. Oh, that's okay.
Yep.
Okay, Gideon is dead.
Nice. Yep. A lot of these fights, they've got some messiness to them. The Gideon one, you can't really do improvisation as much. The ones in Olber 2, you can improvise decently well, though, but still, they're messy fights. They're on the way to Grandport, or on the bridge. Yeah, I just said it all since it's kind of in that screenish Cold Shore area. That's that line.
No. 良い戦いにしよう。さて。
Alright. New deterrent to my run, I'm gonna introduce a cat into the equation.
Ooh. Let's go, cat.
さあ、始めようか。覚悟はいいか。
Yep. Yeah, no, it's fine. In the early routing of this, I actually kind of intended for that. That's actually kind of why we do Cyrus too early, just so that Olberg has levels to challenge them if he wants to, but it didn't actually wind up making a diff. It was slower on the timing, and then also it was also plenty fine to do Cyrus early by the final routing of it, so I just left it that way.
Well, I messed up again. I thought the provisioner was on the upper screen, but it wasn't, so now I'm starting Tressa. So I don't have to walk up to the tavern next time.
But you did
Okay.
the exact same thing I did.
Ah, you did it as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, for the Weaver quests, or no, what is it?
No, for the Grape M's and...
Ah, okay, I see.
But I thought it was upstairs.
You upright from center. Oh, this guy. Hey, no, not you.
Yeah, so in the market screen,
Oh, God.
kind of from the central flag point, they're a green merchant, they sell axes.
You buy the soulstones in Tressa too?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, do we? No, we don't.
Okay,
No,
I
we
bought
don't.
one.
Sorry. Oh, no, sorry, I got mixed up. So yes, during Tressa 2, the Soul M's, we do get those. We don't get the Soul L's that appear on that screen prior to
I
Tressa 2.
see, okay.
And in fact, you're gonna, if you are doing like all of Tressa's stuff with like all the way through to the second Skystone, make sure you get all the Soul M's, and you also get a Runist Seed and Curious Bloom.
Okay.
All fortifying nuts and crit L chips. Okay, cool.
Okay, now... More Master Shrine. No Thief Shrine, correct?
Merchant.
Yep, no Thief Shrine. We keep Therian around the whole run.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
And Therian is also the merchant later, so he's got Snatch and Collect.
That's the one guy. There's Montuor.
Yeah, we scrutinized that. It's actually surprisingly the amount of money that one gives, because it's like 4,500 and then also gives you 3 Healing Great Bunches, so you don't have to buy those.
Hmm.
It's kind of nice. that
Wait,
quest.
why don't you also scrutinize their status? Oh, because we're about to
You
do it.
do it
anyway.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pass by that when doing Victorino, so just do it then. Two M's, one S, I believe. You bought one in Grandport, bought one in Quarry Crest, one on the way from Ripple Tide. I didn't buy the axe at the entrance of Grandport. Whoops. Nope, 2M, 1S.
そこのお前
In Grandport and Quarry Crest are the two. Yeah, it's just the one in the tavern. Great.
These are guaranteed after 4th try, right? Or with 4th try or something like that?
Fleeing? Yeah, it's on your 4th or something. But yeah, it does become guaranteed.
Okay.
Yeah, if you didn't get an encounter on the way out of Quarry Crest, you don't need to heal, you're fine.
う良い戦いにしよう行くぞせい行くぞせいさてやらせんかっさあ覚悟大切断また一つ強くなる感謝
Wow. I failed all 5 of the 50s in Orwell.
Oh,
さ
that one yet.
あ冒険の騎士
I just reset, I guess.
Yeah.
覚悟はいいかよ
Okay, who do we scrutinize to be
ここからが
Excel
本
movie
番
now?
だ千本槍
They're just the one person in there, actually,
Oh.
right near the save point.
8th try.
It's inside the arena area, so
Oh, okay, I see.
これで終わりか
So you take Riverford first and then go to Warmaster's Shrine, correct?
yes. Definitely tag and then walk there.
Okay.
Oh, I should have saved. Oh, I should have saved.
Yeah, the Joshua fight is plenty fine.
Oh.
The damage is super generous. On the last turn, how it has like everyone dealing lots of damage, you only need like 2 of them to deal the lots of damage, including Oldbrick, so even if someone dies, you're plenty fine. Most of these can be improvised cleanly.
Bird safely from Riverford encounter.
負けられぬ
Let's go.
私の番
Interesting, I haven't really ever gotten an encounter to Riverford or...
Well, it's just my style to get encounters literally everywhere.
さて
Once you've done the done hard help mercs, you can just throw the window, right?
お金にお金は
yeah, make sure the mercs are prioritized. As long as you get that before they start dealing damage, that is all.
Yeah,
Some
I know.
combination to get that.
驚き響け こおー大切断いい勝負だ
I Tressa's not going to die. She gets hit.
Yo.
Okay, now we're fine.
Yeah, you've got cover. Usually these.
Yes,
yeah,
you do.
it free heals you between fights. How did he come up short on damage? That's weird. I hit him with a staff, 97 damage. Victorino came short on damage, but it was just a bonk away.
Ew, damage cap.
Yeah, we're gonna damage cap with a lot of Olberg amputations for a while. We do eventually get surpassing power, actually.
Oh, really?
Yep. It's only at the very end, though. It takes a lot of JP to get there, of course.
さてどうしようか
Sidestep.
えい
Lightning blast. Blizzard.
There's no relevant purple chests in the gold area, right?
来い傭兵たち
I don't know what you would be looking for them, but yeah, no. It's
こ
in
れ
the
で
gold
ど
tour
う
screens.
Yeah. Or and like Grand Pot in general. Like,
No, there's no purple chest you're gonna need if Therian's currently dead or something. Oops, she's not.
yeah, Fiona is dead, so I don't need to rerush.
I mean,
I'm
you're gonna need to all of them eventually anyway, so might as well do it now. But
I get the free heal for Joshua or something, right?
Victorino happens first, and you don't free heal before that.
Ah.
これでも食らえ
So Victorino doesn't know you don't need to heal. Whoops, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Okay.
okay. So the
守
window
りが大事
first.
火炎よ焼き尽
Therian
く
on
せ
Archibald, is that armor corrosive X2 or soulstone versus what?
いくよ
X3. When do we soulstone?
Yes, it just always do the armor corrosive. Basically, I forget the scenario in which you do the other option. Some of these notes are just mostly keeping track of things they come across.
マジックスティールだ
No.
さあ覚悟食らえ
Do I have to do anything if? Oh, I do have to.
これで終わりか
Yeah, if you do use an healing great bunch on that fight, pick one up in Cyrus 4.
I assume
You
Therian
usually don't
defends
have
on
to
turn.
though.
I assume Therian defends on turn 2 if he's not going first.
Some combination of Tressa or Therian can break pretty well. Just whatever
Okay, well,
is
good thing
sufficient.
both of those two are the last characters on. That's a Bow X3. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Blizzard. Just gonna poke you with an axe, because man.
この戦い負けられぬ
Some of these Olberg 2 fights probably could take some extra notes for revision just to make it more consistent without having variance, but usually these are pretty quick if you can get them good.
食らえ
さてどうしようかこれでもどうぞこれは
よし
What happened to Cyrus's last in Gustav?
I haven't had it happen yet. Did it happen to you?
No.
Okay. Generally, I haven't had it happen yet, and I'm not sure what to do if it does.
I don't know. Merrick's so great.
He's got knowledge staff, he's fast, but I still haven't
He was close.
figured that one out.
Like he's third.
Kokoro ga
He's third
honbon.
in my party.
これを使え
Window.
どけマジックスティールだ
Oh, I messed up.
なかなか考えがいがあるね狂乱よ巻き起これ覚悟はいいか
私の番
Tressa want to palm M herself?
I think certain scenarios. Yeah, that's the scenario if like Therion's last turn 1. You need that.
Okay.
私の番
So just break them.
さあ
Yeah, just break. It's free if you've gotten good orders.
本気を出そうか。雷鳴よ、轟き響け。さあ、また一つ強くなる。感謝。
I'm
Yeah, that's-
very
they're
lucky on
wacky.
those. Stop is down.
Yeah, you don't need to use a grape bunch in Archibald, just a normal grape often does it. I think the notes are a little out of date in that they say healing grape bunch. I think that's mostly if the ads are attacking you, you healing great bunch, but otherwise a single target and you've got cover, so you can just heal over.
Oh,
But you can just do it during Sirens or to get the backup.
ここからが本番だ。これでも食らえ。
私の番これでどう
where do you get those? We only see plus Curious Bloom.
It's the person kind of down left from the tavern. They're in a little corner there. Right, they're the first person on that second screen that you walk by.
いくよ
First element, first endless element trigger right there.
ここからが本番だ。
Yeah, I got an EI proc on the healing grace shit. I mean.
さあ、覚悟。はっ。
Here's the
マジックスティールだぜ。
じゃっ。はっ。
お金に糸目はつけないわ
It's
That's
the person
person,
right outside
the very first
arena.
person after the cutscenes, yeah. It's who you were doing the status stuff and Monteor scrutinizes for. Alright, I've got Gustav down.
Nice.
A few slow fights. Made some mistakes.
Starting over 3.
Yep. From here, there's not too many more completely improvisable, messy fights. There's still some messy fights, but it's the ones that are... I don't know. The only one left that's kind of important is the Olberg 3 lizard encounter thing. That one's a little improvised. The rest are still
so-
messy, but not improvised.
Person you fight is the second person you talk to, right?
Yeah,
Olberg
that
3.
one. That guards the house.
Yeah. Wait. We have to scrutinize a 24%er?
Yep.
Gross. Okay, cool, I got it.
Yeah, if you fail it, you just come back later, and it's much, much later. That's challenge with ease, so you can get an axe that's guarded later.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of that one, that quest. But yeah, there's Forbidden Axe in there. If you ever need, by the very end, some backup money, there's Cat's Eye outside Nobleport. Yeah, heading towards Whisper Mill is kind of the default. No, I don't think so ever. It's mostly just like old trap that we're doing. Sure, if I could route it a better Vanessa fight, Storm might make sense eventually, but as is, Vanessa is just Chuck Vets. It's a little cheap, but I had extra money by the end of routing it and just did that. It's not the nicest of a fight. For Vanessa, you don't have Ulbrich around, so you don't have your big amputation damages, and it's not the worst thing to be doing. Suppose some of the Ulbrich fights could have used Aerostorm, but I'm pretty sure I experimented with that and it wasn't worth it.
Where is the 6,000 leads? It's the first chest, like, towards the bottom, right?
Yeah, it's just along the bottom lead edge as you're walking through. It's on the first screen, though. It's not inside the cave. It's outside the cave.
Yeah. I like how there's just 10 treasure chests in the cave and all of them are money.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Ulbrich 3 is always very weird. Alright, I failed my scrutinize. Gonna have to come back later.
I assume the menu is after Lizardman Chief, right?
Yes, it's after. Yeah, so for the lizard fight, I guess most of you have already gone through it. It's mostly wanting to do damage with Cyrus if you can, and you deal a little bit of extra damage with Soul Ems. Ideally, you don't use the Ice L, but you can if you need to.
Pretty good. I'm on. Oh god. Oh, these things don't do anything. I mean, never mind.
You won't believe me how poorly it's gone on my end.
Okay. Yeah. The early part of this run is kind of nasty with some of the fights. If anything gets better, I don't know.
It's definitely... It's not really the fights.
Yeah,
I'm just bad at video games.
I'll do that too, I suppose. Yeah, I failed the 24% there.
There's Lizardman Chief. I assume this is when Cyrus becomes the top. Oh no, wait, Cyrus is the hunter.
Yeah, that's where he gets his axe from.
Yeah, that's where he gets
Ulbrich's the apothecary forever. Just amputation damage. We don't do a whole lot of lightning damages. It's some like Thunder L damage mostly, and some other situations that it's useful.
行くぞ。任せたぞ。
よし、お金に痛めはつけないわ。
Oh yeah, for the Lizardman Chief, I didn't mention it, but the whole sword / Thunderell stuff with Ulbrich is a matter of whether the summons are there or not.
Yeah.
The note that mentions it in the notes.
It does.
これを使え。
私よろしくね。
本気を出そうか。
Yeah.
やっ。
And reset shield.
くらえ終わりだ
There's a few ways it can go a little iffy in that fight, but it should be safe overall.
A hard time.
There are
Does
fights
Tressa
fun.
also get evasive maneuvers?
Eventually Cyrus loses it.
And why don't you do it? I guess it's fast to do it now.
Just later when we actually remove it from Cyrus, it happens. Might as well go up it now.
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, no, sorry, it's not that Cyrus loses it, it's just we remove Cyrus from our party eventually. That as well.
Okay.
I think we unequip it from Cyrus at some point, but
Wait,
it's
why
because
do
he's
you
gone.
use Spearhead if you're... Oh, is it because he's weak to Spear? No.
It's because if you defend, you actually don't have good last stand damage. So if you're first,
Yeah.
you want a Spearhead for the priority still, but you don't want to defend so that you can still take the full damage.
Right. That's actually really cool. Yeah,
足を
Yeah,
止
I
め
mean, Spearhead can always be used, it's just defend if you're second because it's a little faster.
it's faster.
よ。
行くぞ
Oh, Richard 4.
来い傭兵だ
よし
Yeah, you are.
Whoops. I don't know, somewhere. Oh yeah, it was in Holbrook too, I think.
お金に糸目はつけないわ
Weird how Ferian suddenly jumped to the front of the party in the turn order.
Oh yeah, that's kind of cool stuff. There's only a few of those. It's in the Holbrook chapters. So,
覚悟はいいか。
Find one of these ice stones.
the one that you get, I mean, in Galdera sometimes, it's just those Ice
Oh,
and
it's,
Ice
yeah,
and
it's
Ice Hell.
the same as the sea, yes.
させるか
私の番これでどう
Really? We just walk back to the other screen? Huh.
I mean, it's barely faster than warping twice, so it's fine, and we don't have any opportunity things.
ほらよ
Yeah.
覚悟はいいか。
Okay, so...
You said the healing grab bundle in the Archibald fight is no longer needed, right?
Yeah, you can just heal Ulbrich instead, because cover.
Just heal Ulbrich, okay.
If the ads dealt the damage, then that's where healing Great Punch is still useful, but
Okay.
if it's just from the Archibald sweep or whatever, then just heal Ulbrich and you should be fine.
行くぞ。これを使え。行くぞ。
So how are we enjoying the lack of vets? It's fun.
Neat.
The Red Hat one is one I've considered using vets on just because it's a really slow fight.
お金に糸目はつけないわ
I almost used Last Stand instead of Amputation. Great.
覚悟はいいマジックスティールだぞ
Yeah, the Red Hat fight, just heal when you need to. It's not very well scripted.
どけマジックスティールだぞ
集中していく。雷鳴よ。轟き響け。
よし
Sometimes towards the end they will poison you, and if that poison lands, then it can be that you need to heal a third time in some situations of it, but
さあ。
not always.
覚悟
Usually
大
misses
切
if
だ。
anything, for some reason.
いい勝負だ。
Okay, cool.
Where is the ice cell in the hidden path?
Yep, so
Oh,
it describes it, but
okay, instead of heading north towards the save point.
it's basically right when you would head north with a save point in sight, you just head south. It's just we're killing an encounter in there for experience and JP and whatnot, and we get an L-stone while we're at it.
Break first. Oh, great. Then I have to. Oh, it's all slow.
Yeah, those are iffy. There's a bunch of variations to the fights. Just mostly you're going for breaking and then an L-stone, or big damage. Those are the ways it can be played.
I almost didn't get the encounter. I was like, I should probably. Okay, so.
What is the point of Wane of Hours on the Gustav fight?
For breaking?
Stop fight to break him.
Yeah,
Okay, so don't do that if the ads aren't dead yet.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that should die from turn 1. You make sure you have boosted.
They didn't. Oh yeah, okay, didn't. Yeah, okay, that didn't do boost with that. So I guess I just tried denying one turn.
Wait, what?
Maybe some M-stone and improvisation Gustav.
Yeah, I duped the Ice M, so I can just throw that one again.
この戦い
Yeah, you've
Now
got
he's
lots of extra
sweet.
M-stones the whole route.
行くぞ
Okay, that is fine. Yeah, okay.
行くぞ
It's exactly the same now. Hopefully.
行くぞ
It's just mostly full boost damage when they're broken, whatever. It should be pretty good.
一番やり
I always find it hilarious that it's just faster to teleport to the than enter the man's stare, so just run through it normally.
Certainly.
さあ
We actually go in there a third time later.
突撃だ
For an axe.
For an axe, yeah, for the. Oh, what's it?
Rune hatchet.
The rune hatchet, yeah.
やらせん支柱
What's
突撃だ
the.
すまぬ
Were you at really low health, or did you defend spearhead stuff? That's rough. Oh, you're alive. Usually you should be dead. Okay, yeah.
この戦い負けられぬ
What was your
ここからが
broken
本
last
物
stand damage? Was it at least like 9,400-ish?
さて
Did you feed nuts? Or- Hopefully Olberg doesn't have like extra armor on. He should be like at 100 health. Or so.
Ew,
一番やり
I'm losing this fight.
Does he have the right axe on? Death with Beaver still? You didn't take it off for any reason. I don't know, that's a weird one. That seems really low.
さあ
There's like a full boost.
突撃だ
Yeah. Yeah, it should be 9,400 or so from that swing when they're broken.
使わせてもらう覚悟はいいか行くぞはっおのれ
Oops, I messed up the encounter.
おのれ使わせてもらう
I
使わせてもらう。
Okay, well, this is funny. I just completely messed up turn 1, and then I think it's still gonna be fine. Wait, who is Obra gonna palm M? Is it supposed to be Therion in case he didn't get palm M?
Oh yeah, it's Palm M to Therion in the Werner fight.
We already done that. Doesn't matter.
いい勝負だ。
A few of these fights, there's, verbose explanations before the fights themselves, and there can be lots of little things that need to be done, but just need the Palm M to him, and then go for Soul Stones during the break if you can.
Wait, what's SS?
In here. Sidestep, sorry about that, yeah, sidestep. The sidestep's to guarantee Tressa doesn't need it, but I'd prioritize Soul Stones over that. If you haven't...
You said, what are the stones that we should not be using?
Yeah, don't
Thunder,
use...
right?
Ice L and Thunder L are the ones to generally avoid if it's just saying a generic Soul L. If in the notes it says Thunder L, then you use the Thunder L because that's a Cyrus thing, but...
Right.
But yeah, Thunder L, Ice L are ones you want to use last, basically. You want an Ice L by the time you get to Ogre Eagle is the idea.
Right,
And that's
so
about it.
Check this light out.
Yeah, anything else is plenty free. Some stones as well if you really need to do a little bit of improvisation. Werner's a bit tight on damage, kind of specific.
Oh, Cyrus specifically called. Oh, Thunder Out because it's Cyrus. Yeah.
Yeah, you do need a lot of big soulstone damage on that one.
Oh right. Yes, that is indeed a problem.
If you get Terror, there's a few ways it can get improvised and fixed. It depends on turn order.
Misclick turn 1 and use Armor Corrosive instead of Shackle Foe. And I assumed it'd be fine. And then he recovered from break and swept my party.
Okay. Yeah, it's the boosted Shacklefell on that to make it last, yep.
Yep.
Fortunately, I didn't get a good turn 1. If they do the Terror and Therion's late on turn 1, then you just die or someone dies. It's kind of hard to recover.
Oh.
I'm in Burner fight right now. So I'm dead too. Yeah, you just either need him to do the debuff after his sweep, or just have Therion go before him. For Therion. Usually that can happen.
Yeah, Therion died turn 1 after he used the thing, but...
Curious?
But, like, turn order was turn 2, so that, like, I could just have easily healed him, and it didn't matter.
Okay.
So I thought
I'm
that's
sure
why
why
I
he
thought
died.
I was fine. He died because he didn't armor coat.
Oh, because he didn't. Yeah, okay, I see what you're
Yeah, so he
saying.
just got splatted turn 1.
Alright, I had another bad turn 1 in Werner. It's not that common that Therion's late, but it can happen. Got fleet foot on him as well. Then, even if he is late, it's a 50-50. Just mostly it's Miguel later. Oh, because your damage was weird? I don't know yet. He's got Mighty Belt on. What HP does he get down to? Yeah, it should be about right. Oh, does he have Summon Strength?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, if your entire party gets,
Terror.
terrored on... Yeah.
Alright. I mean, the priority is going to be Unterror Tressa. I don't know, it's a tough situation.
Great,
It's all...
great.
everyone.
Oh, joy.
Anyone
Okay.
who will recover on their own can do well. Therion is lowest priority. Cyrus is low priority, so don't recover those, but it's Tressa and Ulbrich that need the recoveries. If either
Well-
Therion or Cyrus are first the following turn, you can have them not defend or not armor corrosive. and that can free up a turn.
Okay, alright. How am I doing this? Verna's final weakness is axe, right?
Yeah, there's an axe weakness in there. And dagger and other stuff. Wind.
What the fuck?
So is it not recoverable? Yeah, just kill it. Oh.
You said who is the priority? Is
Tressa and Ulbrich. Cyrus, Therian don't really need it.
okay.
Therian kind of wants it by the end, but
Wait, but hold on. But otherwise, I can't break him. Otherwise.
well, yeah. You need. If Cyrus or Therian go first the following turn, they can use herbs, but otherwise they're kind of stuck. I don't know. You might just take a death. It's awkward.
Oh,
That's what
I
those
see.
sides-
I see. Hold on. Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. No, this is fine. Maybe this is fine.
さあ授業の時間だ
I suppose someone might be low on BP, Therian might be low, so chuck an extra L stone or M stone if you can somewhere. Just to steal SP level 3, get like with an L stone, I'd say.
授業はこれで終わり
So,
だ
the problem I'm seeing is like I can't. Oh wait. I can't abide if I have to be able to abide to break him otherwise. Otherwise I just can't. Okay. I'm just gonna you know what?
So it was
I'm
literally
just
the whole
gonna-
party got terror, right?
Yes, literally all 4 characters got terrored, and it was for 3 turns.
冒険の騎士
Yeah, I don't know.
押してまいる
I mean, it's, at best you didn't have to unterror
覚悟はいいか
maybe Therian, but yeah, Cyrus also needs to swing an axe a lot, so
Right.
it's awkward. One L might be able to recover it, you can
I'm
chuck
gonna
one of
just
those if
take
you
a
need it.
slow fight, and I'm just gonna
さてどう
Like-
やられるものか
Alright, just make sure you've got defenses up and healing if you're
Right.
gonna break the second time, or third time.
that's
rather.
what I'm gonna do is just
集中していこう雷鳴よ驚き響け
take it slower.
この程度では不合格か
Right. To out here, so that'll. Oh,
Yeah, for leveling. I think it matters by Yvonne for JP. You can maybe fight something in Yvonne's cellar. It might actually probably matters for Werner these days because I have less armor on than originally routed.
準備はいい
oh shoot.
Okay. Yeah, it's just for grinding, and I guess the ISL in there is kind of nice, but
これは
okay.
来い傭
Alright, let's hope this doesn't happen again, because I am out of
行くぞ
things,
予選
out of herbs. Oh, wait.
私に痛みは
What?
つけないわ
Why am
Did
I
they do
just like?
something weird?
やられるもの
I'm
か
just like 20,000
集中
short
してい
on
こ
another
う雷
thing.
鳴よ驚き響け こっそくら
What?
また一つ強くな
Did,
る
There's 2 vets in this fight,
Yeah.
not a third vet.
I've used one.
I don't know what that would be.
Wait, hold on. How much?
I've got the
Yeah, no, I've
appropriate
only used
amount.
one. Did I like forget to sell places somewhere?
No, there's no selling yet.
我が剣は守るべき者のため
I
に
don't know what that is. Did you go to War Master Shrine?
Yep, I picked up the 30,000 there.
どう出る雷鳴よ
Purgation, those are like the major money spots. I don't know what money you would have missed then. You got the stuff in Wellspring. Don't know.
Yeah. See how much money I have.
轟響け
I have 44,000.
That's weird. I can't imagine what the difference would be. Let me see, what would I have? Nearly.
ここからが
I
本番
got
だ
lock and. Wait,
これでも食ら
Yeah,
え
it sounds like 34,000 short from compared to mine.
yeah.
I guess it's 26,000 short. I don't know.
守りがガラ空きだ。なかなか考えがいがあるね。
Did I get the dazzling artwork? Let's see.
I mean, you shouldn't have sold
Did?
anything, but
Oh no, I'm seeing if I got it, because that would also be
題名よ
27,000.
驚き響け
yeah, okay.
I did have
さ
that.
あどうする
I got the 6,000 in Wellspring. Um,
これを
I got the window and lock.
And I don't suppose you've used an extra vets on any fight. It should have been one vets so far on
Gustav.
Gustav and one on Lizard
One on
King.
Lizard.
That's the only ones.
Pretty sure I used one on Lizard. Maybe I.
Hold it.
Maybe, hold on.
これで
Wait.
も
No,
ど
I,
うぞ
no, I didn't use two.
Oh yeah,
I only used
yeah, two
one.
vets would be hard.
I only used one on Lizard.
当たらないよ
Huh. Got the 50,000 in Shrine.
I'm trying to think of what you might have got somehow.
Yeah.
Should mostly just been axes so far, and the items that are useful.
Yeah.
And let me just quickly, I'm now on a map. I was sitting around in Burner fight for a while, but let me look at a map, see where we haven't been, or have. And you've done like quests, it's weird. So we've been Purgation as a money spot, Lock, Everhold Tunnels, Shrine of the Runeblade,
あ
Tunnels and Shrine.
Warbringer,
Warbringer, I got that.
everything in Dusk Barrow.
お金にお金はつけ
That's
ない
the
わ
two curious amulet, or the 30,000.
集中していこう
That's right.
えい
Yep.
ここからが本番だ
And then like the 20k on the way to
覚悟は
Marcelin.
いいか
Oh,
大切弾
Yeah, I don't know. I
How do you decide to heal between Grape M and First Aid on the Wet Hat NPC?
行くよ
just use Grape M's, it's fine.
Okay.
The first aid, I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but it was to save an M when we didn't buy an A or something.
I see, I thought maybe it was like for last stand damage or something.
Nah,
But I guess you don't use it,
that
yeah.
fight. I don't know where the money is.
マジックスティールだぜ。
I mean, you can just, if you're wanting to, just go get Cat's Eye. That'll get you to the amount you
これ
need.
でもどうぞ
sure,
Go
yeah.
get Cat's Eye.
Yeah. Alright, cool.
Or sell stuff, whatever.
お金にお金はつけないわ
I don't know what I bought. I probably bought some. Goodbye.
Yeah, it's type, so
Goodbye.
you need Soul L, 2 Soul L's and 2 Thunder L's in total, and make sure you don't miss one of those, and other than that, it should be pretty good.
Alright.
But yeah, it's a tight fight. You get like 1 free turn if you don't get good turn orders.
Well, I guess I might as well sell
我
everything.
が剣は守るべき者の
I'm
ため
selling
に
one thing. Might as well sell everything.
I'm gonna spectate some burner fights just to help through this one because it's seems difficult.
題名よ轟響け
I think I would have had. I actually would have had it if had Burner not, you know. Had I had.
And
No, had even if I had even through the tear, I had.
そいつは生倉か。
where'd you get the money for it?
あれ
Okay, yeah, 30k. that's a fine one. That's a good backup for an ISL as well. Make sure you pick that up while you're there. But yeah, that's where you went.
使っておこう
As far as money goes, I can't think of anything, Looter.
I hate the wet hat.
押さん
Oh,
行くぞ
Did Red Hat get you, or?
yes. No. He killed me with poison damage.
Yeah, the poison can tick over and get you heal a third time if you're poisoned.
I guess like
Sometimes it doesn't matter, even if they do poison you. Often the poison misses.
これでも
if
ど
he
うぞ
uses 2 vets on burner, he should be in yellow health, right?
いくよ
Slightly less than that if you haven't chucked any soul stones, I imagine.
当たらない
Oh,
よ
this me got poison. Nice.
I did chuck stones, so
あれ
maybe that was it. I just did use 2 vets on him. I just forgot. I don't know.
Well, no, you have 40k outside of the fight prior to Verna, right?
Oh right, no, yeah, right,
Or
yeah,
44k.
yeah.
Yeah, no, no.
傭兵だ
Alright.
お金にお
Often
金は
he doesn't terror your whole party. It's like at most 2, and that's usually alright.
覚悟はいい
Yeah, now he just had my
And
entire
sometimes
party.
it's not useful characters. But yeah, it's a
これ
little
を
iffy.
使え
That's what the sidestep can help with, not have Tressa be one who gets terrored. But getting a soulstone also is kind of useful because if you do get a lot of terror, you're gonna spend turns doing that instead of soulstones anyways.
Cyrus just died turn 1.
やられるものか
私の番
Burner went before Therion and did oppression into attack.
Yeah,
Great.
お金にお
so
金は
that's a 50-50 if Therion's not before Werner.
Yeah. Well, okay.
ほらよ
That's what happened for my 2 fights.
覚悟はいいか
No. Yeah, I'm just helping people. That's mostly what I've been agreeing and doing.
Oh wait, that means oh no. Oh, this is gonna be awkward because I need Therion to. Because Therion had to be the one to revive him.
本気を出そうか
Shoot.
はっ
That's gonna be awkward.
Yeah, I mean, you can Lightning Blast turn 2 with Tressa instead of turn 1 and improvise some pomegranate stuff. That's what kind of the list of options are. In total, it's like a Thunder M,
行くそう
Lightning Blast with
Wow.
Tressa, and Lightning Blast with Cyrus.
I can't
Right?
use Shackle Throw and Armor Cruises and Vets.
Oh,
私
yeah,
の
yeah.
番
Can Tressa use Vets?
これを
I mean, I guess so, sure, why not?
Yeah.
She's low on... The BP mostly wants
守りが
just have her leftover BP for after the break, but
Sure.
I guess it can work out, maybe.
これでもどう
Yeah.
ぞ
The other option is hired help mercs during the break with Tressa for the defense rather than Shackle, though, I
お金
think.
はつけないわ
Yeah, that would have.
Well, no, they have defense down. I forget if that's worn
覚
off
悟
by
はいい
then.
か
It's not. It wears off the turn he recovers.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Sorry, what was the get ice in? No, mind. Okay. Okay, but on the second Red Hat fight, I poisoned him twice, so that did like 8,000 damage.
That's fun. Death Cleaver.
But what was coming from?
Damage.
I guess I could give Tressa a Palm L.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you
Yeah,
need
or
to
Palm
use some
M.
extra Palm Ls,
Right.
Palm Ls, just go for it. Usually the turns are pretty tight though, because you have to chuck a lot of soul stones, so you don't get much free turns and breaks and stuff. It's probably not super great. Frankly, we don't even pick one up during the Cyrus Force, so just go that or something. We don't need much. Okay, sure. We also could have gotten a Palm L in Far Shore as well, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
そうさ
I think this should be fine, maybe? Well, it depends on how badly my entire party gets... Oh, nice! Nobody got, things.
Terrored,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah. That's just boosted armor codes. Oh, it's just normal armor codes. So cool.
Yeah, we saved the BP. so we do it twice, so that they're in.
Oh, I guess I can use it because it just doesn't matter because Therion didn't do the thing.
Sounds good then.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a decent fight to use an Palm L on then. Instead of Palm M, it might help situations. And we've got extras.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the shop. The double tomahawk was actually the big reroute compared to like my very original all-access route compared to this. Being able to buy that is a lot more money than being able to go up to Northreach to get it by a quest, so it costs a lot more. But it is nice and fast when we can do it this way again. Yep. Yep, so this is like a big time save for not even having to touch Northreach direction. But, you know, it costs a lot more money, so you have to do more efficient fights. And overall, we do over chapters earlier than we did in the original route.
And now Tressa is at the front again. I'm just starting Werner.
Nice.
But I got Firion first, so hopefully that helps.
Yep.
And Cyrus was terrified.
Interesting. Yeah, that's not too common that happens, but yeah, you can herb with Tressa if you can. And then Tressa will Lightning Blast turn 2 instead.
He's supposed to leg hold.
Oh yes, I mean, you can like hold non-boosted. It will just affect turn 2 for Cyrus.
Okay.
Please die. Please die. Oh, thank you.
Yes, he will help.
Alright, you did it. Correct.
Yeah, I recall that.
Wait, where's everyone else?
I'm before Evon, yeah.
On Werner.
Oh, everything.
I messed that up.
You buy heavy axing horn fever? Oh, just buy a horn fever.
Yeah, Heavy actually gets somewhere else. I think you steal it for free or something.
Double tomahawk. Please tell me we use the double tomahawk at some point.
Yep, just a Lucia fight, and that's it.
Oh no, that's it. Aw. Aw.
Yeah, sad.
It's very sad. Oh my god. How much money should you have after selling everything and buying the stuff?
I don't know. I checked and I had 9,000 after Werner, not including his actual money rewards. I don't know, if you've gotten the cat's eye, that should put you back on track pretty well. Maybe a little more somewhere else. Like a 5,000 more.
負けるわけにはいかない。
来い、傭兵だ。
さて、どうしよう。あっ、覚悟はいいか。
Oh, head left.
これを使え。
Okay.
私の番。さあ、いや。
Oh, well, that's an encounter. Cool. Cool! And I'm caught by surprise.
守りがガラッ
Interesting. I haven't actually seen the encounter from getting the chests in the first save.
これを使え。
覚悟はいい。来い、傭兵だ。
Is he Dark Remnant's a weighted sword?
ここからが本番だ。さあ、覚悟せい。 集中していこう。雷鳴よ、轟き響け。
私の番。よろしくね。
Okay, I beat Werner first try.
Nice.
From here, the fights aren't too bad. I think the last messy fight, as I will term them, is just Ogre Eagle.
Oh,
The rest
fun.
are decent.
いくよ。
I got a second encounter along the way. Nice, 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 nice.
よろしくね。
Interesting. Yeah, I usually get no encounters on the walkings.
火炎よ、焼き尽くせ。
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. One dies. Nice.
行くぞ。守りがガラ空きだ。
I guess some people will. For some.
覚悟はいいか。
I escape. Sweet.
大切断。
いくよ。はー。よろしくね。
Oh, hold on.
これでもどう
Almost
ぞ。
got to do the
さあ、覚悟はっ。 これで終わりか。
Yeah, how much money are you supposed to have after the cell?
After the cell, I don't know. I know after Werner should have been, like 24,000. It's usually you're fine. If you made it through Werner, you have like 9,000 left over, and so beyond that,
I had
everything else should be
19
generous.
after Werner. I had 19
yeah.
before ending Werner. So I guess after
Yeah.
Werner I'm a bit more.
Yeah, 15,000 extra.
Double Tomahawk.
But yeah, there's 2 cells. You don't have to sell literally everything. It's just like the gold items, swords, and daggers that you're selling on that one.
How much
There you
are like discounts factored into the vault?
Basically none. Any discounts you get help towards extra golden axe attempts.
Okay, since I got 12k on the double X, the double Tomahawk.
Oh, that's nice. But yeah, you don't strictly need any discounts. You'll get like 2 attempts at golden axe if you get none. Or 2 resets, rather.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's variations in how the money can go from which encounters you get and some discounts here and there.
Okay.
We still go for buying all the items even if we have them. All the soul stones, that is, even if you get endless items. So there's not really much considerations on that. Right, so from the save point, just head kind of in the room directly left of it, head up. It's the first chest you see in there. Yeah, it's the room right next to the save point, and on the first major screen.
いくよよろしくね
集中していこう。やっ授業はこれで終わりだ。
Some R fights kind of slow. Could use some faster breaks on the ads or something, or faster kills. I think a soul stone would help this fight go faster. Yep, we get Hasty Helm. Don't put it on yet, but we get it. It's another fight where Therian's at the beginning. Yeah, the Amar fight's actually surprisingly tight on damage with how it's set up. It's still decently quick to kill despite no vets, but nonetheless, damage winds up being tight. That's why we actually kind of delay doing Tressa 2 for a while, just for the levels.
Oh no, you do remove evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, right there. It's for endless items on Cyrus, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Say. 行くぞ。おー大切断。
For the Lucia fight, it says put incidental attack over endless items or Fleetfoot. Just basically always put it over Fleetfoot. We don't really need it. Endless items kind of helpful here and there. I imagine if you had like lots of endless items triggered already, then you could put it over that instead. But basically, always better to do the endless items. So keep that around. Fleetfoot doesn't help.
どうするこれでどう商人だからって甘く見たでしょ
Yeah, you can get that in the Pommel there while you're at it. Just why not? Yeah, I mean, ideally I would route in a few more Pommel usages to speed up a fight or two, but it's whatever. Some of the end game on this is a little less refined on the fights, just does. It has a lot of extra resources and just burns them. But I'm not going to reroute the early game to cut off some things. Oh wow, people didn't level up on Amar. Need to heal them. Forgot about that. The loose. Oh yeah. Yeah, big monies. Only
Which
reason.
dungeon?
Oh,
Cyrus 4?
and Cyrus 4. Yeah, the only reason
yeah.
Cyrus Single Story avoids a lot of that is just, or on occasion, is just because they get, you know, Lucia doesn't cost a whole lot and there's nothing else after it, of course.
Yeah,
I'd say the worst part of the Lucia fight is the 95% collect that you do. Otherwise, it's pretty
Uh,
funny. You just need 4 extra hits on a bunch of options, so the actual hits are decent. It's just in the middle of it, you also have to collect.
in Caldera, you do a 99% collect on Venom Tooth Tiger, and it is the most terrifying thing in the entire run. Like, please, please, please.
No over Fleetfoot. Don't bother with Fleetfoot. I don't think it has much usefulness in general, even. At this point. It is.
So what does speed even do in this game?
Yeah.
I could avoid it. What?
Yeah.
That's it.
Good.
Got plenty of hits already. Yep. Here comes my 95%.
行くぞ。
I did have a axe run recently that failed that. Had to get
Wait.
Cat's Eye and Panic.
さあ、どう出る？
私の番。
No, it does not. Interesting.
負けるわけにはいかない。
I imagine at this point you're actually pretty well leveled consistently since we've done a chapter 4, but I don't know.
足を止めよう。どけ。おい、傭兵だ。
I'm so silly.
よし。お金に糸目はつけないわ。
外。よ。
I read the things to get in the Molochman's out of order. So I was in front of the boss fight and then saw the Conflict Stone. So I had to run all the way back.
Oh.
Oops.
そいつは生くれか。
Puncture Stone definitely gonna be
覚悟はいい
required
か。
versus Lucia.
来るがいい。
Oh. Alright, got an encounter in Cyrus 4. Nice, nice, nice.
It's on the first screen. Coming
Yeah, it's
back
on the
here.
first. Yeah, it's the first screen.
こ これは
People say that happens. I haven't really had it happen much yet, but
行くぞ千本槍
I mean, going towards the 50k, I've gotten it, but I mean, coming back and getting the Shadow L.
Oh,
haven't seen
I
it.
did it going towards the this is going towards the 50k.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the one towards the Shadow L, also people say is risky, but I haven't seen it yet.
サミダリア
We don't conclude status 4 until a bit later, because why not? But
行くぞ
I just split when I warp out. You can split on the fight or something.
覚悟
Oh
はいい
sure.
何事も金だ
覚悟はいいか
You're taking so many extra encounters.
How are we all holding up? 2 hours, 10 minutes in?
Are you good?
さあどうする
Definitely want to get some lunch after this.
これを
Need first, yeah. I suppose it would have been a little early.
Yeah, it's like 11 o'clock.
I'm making many mistakes.
Oh.
Just swapping Tressa and Furion back and forth in the fight is messing with me a bit, but it's fine.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, there's just a few ones that are basically old, and I haven't updated them to be in a proper order.
Oh yeah, I did that in Omar, and I was like, oh well, that's not what I was supposed to do.
これを使え
Yeah.
I defended with Tressa, but then I used
そいつは
Palm
何
Man
事
on.
だ
私の番
I still had the Soul S, so this time I used because I was
これ
short.
を
There's quick double tomahawk. Eclipse, Booster Shield.
ここからが本番だ
Carry on, Eclipse, Booster Shield.
これを使え
Steam Helm.
さてどうしようか
Power.
やられるものか
行くぞ
Yeah, that's the one use of the empowering ring. There it is.
Sure.
守りがガ
But yeah, we give it to Alphen later, my bad. Just for to help him survive a little bits.
いくよ
But yeah, let's everyone survive turn 1 of Lucia guaranteed.
よろしくね
Even if no one's before.
Oh no.
集中していこうえい
What do I do with the button? In Ceros 4?
Oh, it's the middle option every time, or just one down. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh,
Fifth swipe door button, let's go.
Yeah, it's just down A, down A, down A. Does it?
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Never won anything that did Ceros 4.
Wish I saved the personal Lucia, but it's fine.
はっ
Alright, I haven't had guard survive in a while. The Wellspring guard fight is a range. It just lived with like 100 health.
これでもどうぞおうせい
ここからよ
Got a discount on the Forbidden
お
X.
金に金はつけないわへへんどんなもん
Hard help. Oh, healing great bunch. Oh wait. I guess that's fine.
No, none of them.
I'm picking up literally every chest in this dungeon because I don't know where the things are.
Oh no.
Nah.
Yeah.
That's it. No. No, okay. Okay, where's the Knight's Fleet? This one? Okay.
Night Shield is on the second
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
there's
I got
the-
literally every chest, so I guess I got them.
Yeah. Getting every single chest on the second screen is perfectly fine. They're all useful.
Oh, on the first screen too. Don't worry.
Yeah, first screen is a little much. It's like a crate them or something.
I
Oh,
got
don't worry.
amulets that I didn't even know existed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, those ones.
The Vivifying Stone.
Yeah. There we go. No, Gustav.
For the Viper fight, the script is kind of the minimum. It's just chuck M stones if you want. If you've got plenty. Which usually we do.
Oh god. Oh my goodness. I won the 95%. Thank goodness.
冒険の騎士押してまいる
Yeah.
行くぞ
The turn we're supposed to break her.
As the one where you see Cyrus Axe level 4.
Okay.
ここからが本番だ
Yeah, their first fight that Ulbrich has to rely on hired help. This one guard.
Wait. Healing Great Bunch? Wait, why? I'm confused. Confused why we heal Great
Healing,
Bunch.
I don't know, somewhere.
ここからが本番せい
That's their end first. I'm just looking at the wrong turn. Great.
ここからが本番だやらせん覚悟はいいかくらえさあ覚悟はいいかこの金額でどう
I assume the +1 Rainiverse just so it breaks.
Yeah, if you've gotten 4 extra hits total, then you're fine. But yeah, the level 2 Rain of Arrows is just for an extra
さ
accuracy or
あ
whatever.
覚悟はいいかこの金額でどう
Hey, when it says donate BP2,
また一つ
does that
強
mean
くなる
+1?
Yeah, 1 boost point, it's level 2, it's the typical 2 you would see in any other spot notation-wise. And 2 total BP do go over, so...
Okay, so you want to grant him 3 BP. No, you grant him 2.
No.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
It's the same notations used as far as the numbers go, it's not offset or anything. Just always looks a little odd, since default is 1. We don't boost, always. It's a rough run overall. Hope we're all doing fine with it. My comparison to BB is plus 20 minutes, and that's an Alpha 2 currently. So it's gonna go a bit over any estimates we might have had, but it's fine, right?
You know, I was confused. So I entered the turn where Cyrus breaks with Lucia at 4 shield, and I was looking at this, I'm like, why did you use Axe level 4? I'm confused. And then I just see him hit 8 times, I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah, it just helps. It's like a solid... It also is nice in that you can't accidentally do too many hits, because it's a huge chunk of it right at the end, so it's usually pretty consistent on the fight in general. But yeah, that's the one use of Double Tomahawk. It's mostly because we have to
Didn't
collect
need it.
during that fight.
Didn't even need it.
Okay.
Sad.
Yep.
Lucia down.
Yeah, so what was it about Donut BP2? It's about 2 times boosted, right?
Yeah,
It's boosted
it's
once.
typical
if you,
notation
like,
with it.
Donate. Yeah.
You hit the button once, so it's level 2.
Ah, okay,
It's
okay.
the same. It's the same idea
Yeah.
as we
Okay.
typically would call it 2. Just looks weird.
Okay, what date is Octopath 2 drop?
24th February.
Well,
かかってきな
I don't know. Am I busy that weekend?
Doyo!
No, I think I'm busy that weekend.
さあお金に糸目はつけないわ
Tragically, the February vacation week for schools is the
どんなもん
week leading up to that, so I don't get a whole week off to play Octopath. Tragedy.
No, as in the level 9 guard, right?
Yeah, that one.
Cool. Alright, please do not break this. He almost did.
Yeah, for some reason it feels like that guard has really low evasion or something. He quite often hits a huge amount.
I'm done with this,
I hit 4 and 5 times on the...
I got quite lucky on the multi-hits. I only needed 4 of Cyrus's 8 hits. They're guaranteed,
Looter as
right?
well.
So... was like 4 over?
Yeah, I had 7 shield left when I was doing the 8 hits, so it was closer on mine, but overall not too bad of a fight.
Why does Ulbrich need Mighty Bones? I'm confused.
He comes back later.
Okay.
We just leave it on him, and he doesn't need armor later, so we take it off him.
Sure. Oh yeah, Lizard King X, let's go.
Failed to mention, when we were talking about difficult rogue path actions, we do have to scrutinize Bridge Troll.
Oh no.
36, right?
It was 42, actually, I just...
Oh, that's fine.
But nonetheless, it's Bridge Troll, so you never know.
I mean...
Oh, whoops, I just messed up. just forgot to do a tavern thing.
I have to take on the Viper.
If you don't have a Shadow M, then just do an extra hit of whatever. Again, it's kind of loosely defined. You can use an extra M stone in total if it helps instead of bandits or something. Just deal enough damage.
Yeah. Galterra brain.
A very good point. I also forgot Soul Hatchet.
What's the point where you buy Soul Hatchet? Just
It's during Alphen 2, after you're on the north screen, doing the Inquire.
Oh, I'm. Wait, that's where you are right now. How did I catch up so quickly?
I'm in Alphen 3, but I forgot the thing.
Oh, that makes sense.
I also sat around for a bit, but you know, it's all good. We're on the journey. The axe collecting mission.
It's collecting mission.
132 axes in total, right?
Yep.
Plus 1 rebel axe.
So did you say 132?
Among 4 people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's iffy. It was basically I had 30k left over at the end and I was finishing up the routing. So we use it on Vanessa. It's not the worst though, because we don't have Ulberg around, we can't do the super big damages. It makes it a pretty quick fight overall. It could be better still. It was just a quick routing when I was finishing off this route. I think I finished it off for some Octopath anniversary just so I could run it. Yeah, I think I've done Golden Axe, or sorry, All Axes on 2 different occasions now. An old version of it and this newer one.
Oh,
Oh my.
wow.
You just try fleeing or what?
We just killed every encounter. I almost forgot the answers to Cyrus. Click on the Cyrus mural.
Yeah, where's the bottom options?
Yeah. Basically gold, okay. I also did what you did and almost ran towards...
盛り上がってきたじゃねえか。さてどうしよう。はっ、これでどうかな。行くぞ。はっ、守りはガラ空きだ。はっ、よし、やってやるぜ。やろうだろ。
さあどうする？お金に糸目はつけないわ。
よっしゃ。せい。さあどう出る。せい。行くぞ。
Miguel's a fun fight.
マジックスティール
Yep.
だぞ。マジックスティール
Yeah, we really just keep Sizer along so we can scrutinize bridge troll more than anything, actually.
さあどうする？はっ、
だ。本気を出そう。はっ、授業はこれで終わりだ。
That's how this fight works.
Which one?
Vanessa.
Yeah, just turn 1, try and get full boosted vets with armor corrosive on, and then deal some extra damage afterwards. It's
Oh, we double vets her? No, we
nope,
single.
just
Oh,
one.
I see.
Sorry. It's just whoever
Oh.
you can get the vets in on, and make sure armor corrosive is up first.
Okay. I see how this works.
Oh, I'm short on money. Why is that? Oh no, yes, sometimes you need to sell. Alright, I had to restore reputation in Wellspring.
よし。
Yep, of course, we don't actually use Bridge Troll for empowering bracelets this time around, it's just for an axe.
I don't know how. Wait. The end screen on Vanessa, my character's just leveled up ridiculously fast, and I was very confused. Hope of Saints Bridge.
So we're all in the Alphen chapters now.
Mm-hmm.
They go by pretty quickly. There's not much else you do other than them.
I just scrutinized Bridge Troll.
Yep. Do we reset for that? No. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's not fine.
You should. I think it says that at some point.
It just says. Oh, it does.
Oh,
later.
it's later. It's after you do a fight. We do that menu. You can do it early, technically, but yeah.
Ooh, hatches.
Me. 冒険の騎士押してまいる。さっやっここまでか。
What silver axe from the left? Wait.
Yeah, the two grandmas that are related to Elfin stories, you steal an axe from both of them.
Okay. But I couldn't steal one from the left one. I could only scrutinize. Oh, it's after that. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Oh yeah, after. Yeah, you got to do the inquiry first.
Oh my god, Ulrich's gonna. Oh, I am so excited to see just Ulrich die and then just unleash a ridiculously powerful
Big damage.
hand. Big damage.
It's unfortunately just for the Miguel fight. We don't do it for Ogre Eagle. It was inconsistent on Ogre Eagle. And a little annoying to set up as well.
I just forgot to check on Miguel.
Yeah, we still do surpassing power damage for Ogre Eagle, but don't get to do 1 HP stuff. You can't afford Hang Tough either alongside surpassing power, so it's not gonna really be able to be a thing.
Why do we sword until he dies when the guy is weak to sword?
Because they don't die. You just hit the sword button. I don't know, do whatever you want, but
Spear, so he doesn't
they
get
kill you.
broken.
they won't. You always die first.
Icho kamasu ka.
Professor is Hunter. Full break, cross strike, and stout wall. Okay.
手加減できねえ方でな。
Why is Elfin equip the lizard king axe?
For damage later in Ogre Eagle.
Okay. I'm very excited how much damage this is gonna do. Guess safety save.
It's usually safe on Miguel. There's just a few things about it. They're a little iffy.
Yes.
So wait, how do we know if we sword or rain of arrows? For
It's if Therian is before Ulbrich turn 2, then use sword. Or, yeah, and you're always rain of arrowing, but yeah.
yeah.
Armor crows, yeah.
I broke Miguel turn 1.
Oh no. Oh well. I don't know. That's not gonna be. I guess a second break is your best option.
Well, no, because that means Ulbrich's gonna die to cross spear.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Just die. Or improvise.
Why? Why? You know what?
So was it a 6 hit?
Yes, there's a 6-hit rain of arrows.
That's unfortunate.
You know what I should have done? I should have just, like, used last hit just to see how much damage this is gonna do. Who knows? Maybe he'll do 60,000 and he just dies.
Now you want 2 last stands in total, so it's Somehow getting that.
Okay, yeah, no,
With armor
it
corrosive
was-
as well.
Yeah. Oh god, he didn't even wipe my party with the first cross spear.
Oof. Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but I'm sure it happens.
Oi!
Maybe just don't boost Rain of Arrows or something. If you want to try that.
Yeah,
I'll
guys,
handle-
like.
Why did Nulberg die? He had defense down. Thought it was enough.
Alright. Take 2. Alright, cool. We did it. Woo! Big damage! It's 21,000.
Didn't abide. I'm having a bad Ogre Eagle. Unfortunate death.
Wait, why can't Tressa just, like, use donate BP instead of,
That's probably fine. Maybe if you don't, if you boost Rain of Arrows, it's not enough.
誰
Right?
かのために自ら
I didn't even need the Thunder L.
Yeah, no. If you get crits, then you can skip some soul stones in that fight.
Right, an elemental hatchet. The armor.
All right, let's see if I can improvise some extra damage on this Ogre Eagle fight.
You can sell Miguel's spear, right?
Yeah, you can sell it.
Let's go. Over we go. Alright, I need to finish Alpha 3 first.
Ogre Eagle, I mentioned, was a little bit of a messy fight, but it's usually alright. Just
なんだと
when you're in Ogre Eagle, you can chuck any soulstone you want, so just spam everything and go for enough damage. You'd usually find that. There's just a few unfortunate circumstances that can play out, but overall it's pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, why do you have to do the cutscene or the menu before the in cutscene?
It heals you when you equip Hail and Hardy.
Hmm.
It'll heal that up, but that's the only reason. You can heal otherwise. Yeah, so after you've done the 30k chests and you've head back down, it's in the bottom left corner just from that path. So you're heading down from the top screen and you're through the transition and you just go to the bottom left corner. It's very
な
hidden.
めんなよ
It's hiding behind a bunch of stuff.
Much
来
money.
い傭兵たち
It's only 2 vets and you're usually fine. If you have like 5,000 left over after Miguel, then you collect enough along the way to get to Ogreagle.
Oh, only 2, that's okay, yeah. I have 40,000 about to enter the forest. Or before I entered the first trail.
さて、やらせん。マジか。さて。
Gonna have to get some backup money apparently.
You sometimes have to sell for the elemental headlet?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay,
If you have like
then
spent reputation restores.
then I'm very good on money because I have 37k still.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot. Probably some discounts here and there.
Yeah. I know I got another 12k on the Forbidden Axe, I think. So that's probably that with Tomahawk.
Yeah. At the very end, you buy a battle-tested axe and you can get a discount on that, so if you are short on money for the very, very end, you can just proceed to get that discount and then get backup money if you need it. But it mentions it at the shop screen you need 145,000 after selling stuff.
Yeah.
It is always a little absurd in that you're all the way at the end and you still need 145,000.
Yeah.
行くぞ
I have not split like half the split. So bad at that.
そうだ
各
Okay, where is
さあ
the...
おりゃ行くぞ
Okay, far left down from the first screen. Oh,
ぜはっ
wait, oh, okay. So we're going to the
Just
far
a
left.
30k chest that you commonly will get in.
Oh. Well, that implies I run a category where you do Alpha.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
not
single
Caldera.
story, whatever.
Yeah, I don't run Alpha single story males or males.
Oh cool, I got the discount on battle tested. Yeah, just in yellow. If you chuck a few soul stones, you're usually fine.
盛り上がってきたじゃねえか
It's usually just a choice of things. You heal if the turn order is different. Just so turn 1, just defend with Tressa is usually the best option, so it will work and rehabilitate if needed.
覚悟はいいかこの症状にはこれが効く
Alright, I am on the last bit
これ
with
を
11k.
Well, luckily you're gonna get like 275 try go next again, so...
Right.
これでどう
行くぞ守りがガラ空きだ
覚悟はいいか
That silver pouch is very hidden. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's a strangely hidden one.
行くぜ
We also don't typically get that in other categories because it's towards the end. It's whoever might have been inflicted. It's just an optional rehabilitate. Yep, or heal with Great Bem if they're needing healing to free up a turn or whatever. But yeah, if they're broken, just chuck some soul stones.
どうよここからが
Alright,
本
first
物
up, Argent Axe. I failed the Argent Axe.
この症状にはこれが効く
Wait.
Yeah, you steal both axes from the old man at the end. The other one's 80% though, so it's nicer.
来い傭兵たち
よっしゃほらよ
お金に糸目はつけないわ。
ほらよ
よし。
Yeah, overall, you're just breaking Ogre Eagle on the turn with Tressa after the second, for the second break.
轟き響け。
It's usually pretty smooth. You can chuck some Soulstone damage.
Who should Obrecht prioritize
守りのガラ
redeveloping?
空きだ
Anyone who's inflicted with a status, but otherwise it really doesn't matter.
行く
He just can skip that. You can chuck a Soulstone, you can heal, whatever else. For the...
I should check who should what should he defend. Oh, that. Lunacy +3.
おう
The second one is turn 6, Tressa Merchant 2. She defends, then Merc 2. A higher health mark. Yep, and it's fine. If they hit with a single target attack, the Shackle Foe usually is enough. Sometimes if they lower your defense and it's a certain character,
覚悟
even
は
with
い
a
い
Shackle Foe, someone will die. That's what happened in my fight actually, but it's pretty uncommon. You can do some extra healing if you need to, it's usually safe. When you get them below half health, they use their Rainbow move as well, which takes up a turn and doesn't do much. Which is why we want them on low health. Or the half health.
さてと
Hey, I got it. Golden Axe. Done.
Nice.
Nice, GG.
And I didn't miss an Axe. I'm gonna go get Rebel's Axe just in case.
こんなもんかな
よし。これを。
Yeah,
上がってき
often
な
doesn't matter. I don't know. You've got which turn?
ほら外
Like, is it a bad status?
ちょマジ
Let me see where it was supposed to be.
I assume it's
If you use
curious. It's
Yeah, I guess that's what the Alpha Rehabilitate
Wait,
is built in
wait.
for.
which
I don't know.
dust do you
Little
use?
iffy.
Soothing or purifying?
Yeah, soothing
盛り上がってきたじゃねえ
dust
か
plus curious. I don't think you have a purifying dust from anywhere, but I guess you must.
I do
somehow.
have a purifying dust.
Don't know who drops that. That's weird.
さてこれでも食らえ
いくよ。これを。
よっしゃ
Wait. We let Ogre Eagle just get a full turn to attack us?
Yep.
Okay.
ほらよ
Is it fine that my
You've got it
Furion
below
died
どうよ
When
in Ogre
in Ogre
Eagle?
Eagle?
On cross the double trident thing?
Oh,
I don't know. I guess
守りが
make sure everyone is at full health. Sometimes they can maybe crit as well as lower your defense with the first hit and then kill with the second hit. I don't know. Usually you can improvise with some heal, with some revival. Like even if you have a few deaths, you can even do a third break. their unbreak isn't too bad if you just full heal with the healing great bunch or whatever else you might have around. Yeah, you know. It's with Therian right towards the end.
Alright.
何事も金だ。
ここからよ。お金に糸目はつけないわ。
さて。これでも食らえ。
It's not gonna work.
そんな。題名よ。轟き響け。
Wait, we used 3 vets on it? Or
Nope. Should just be 2 vets.
the notes say that Arion and Tressa both use it on turn 3 and especially...
Oh yeah, you know, there is a 3rd vets. Right.
Okay.
Okay, my bad.
そっち。
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I don't think I'm gonna need it, weirdly enough. I don't think I need this 3rd vets at all.
Yeah, if you have a huge amount of soul L's, you can just chuck them. This fight's doable with like 2 L stones and some M stones. But yeah, it's a messy one in that you just keep chucking things until it dies, I guess.
暗い。
But yeah, go for the vets, you might as well.
こんなもんかな。
そんな。これを。
I guess maybe I should have, but I assume, oh, it's like red HP before the 4th amputation, or before the last amputation, so I assume, I don't know, probably works.
Yeah, I also had to take a 3rd break on it.
Oh, I am also about to need to take a 3rd break on it. Which, wait. Uh-oh. Often died.
Yeah, I mean, for 3rd break you can usually, you can start Rain of Arrowing, you can hit with Blizzards, or Lightning Blast rather, and Swords, you can usually break. Well, but yeah, make sure you heal before the 3rd break with Great Bunches or whatever else you might have around.
Yeah, Alphen died, and Tressa got put to sleep. Awkward. I don't think I have the ability to break this thing before. Unless...
守りはガラ空きだ。
さてと。
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna start chucking stones and praying. I don't think there's another out to this.
You can use pomegranates, everything can be chucked here. Was the 4th vets you used?
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, an amputation probably could have done it there, but yeah, with like a pommel. Yeah, Cat's Eye is the go-to.
What does Wind Slash do dead little damage?
Then you went to Far Shore, so you've already got a bunch of extra money, I don't know. What was that, Gina?
How does Wind Slash from the Ogre Eagle do so little damage? Oh, okay, yeah.
He does. It's a little silly. Therian likes that for a little bit for Ogre Eagle, it rarely comes up, but then also Yvonne. He's the only one without Hale and Hardy.
Right.
Well, no, I guess Ulbrich doesn't have it either, but
Ulbrich doesn't have it either.
he's bulky.
Right, well, Alphen died, and Alphen stayed dead during the,
How much money do you have at the end of the Ogre Eagle fight?
Me,
I
I
don't
have
suppose much.
116,000.
After the Griego fight, you might have like around 20k, frankly. And then you sell a bunch of stuff right after it. Like you
Okay,
sell
so I
everything.
can just forwards.
Yeah, I suppose so. Although if you've already collected during the fight, my figure might be off, but...
I had 67k after the collect. And... well, it's gonna be hopefully fine.
yeah,
If not, I'm just gonna run around a bit in Grand Porter and eventually.
Yeah, Far Shore is a good one. Cat's Eye is fine if you're needing a little bit.
Alright, I have 208,000 gold. Let's go.
There's a silver-filled pouch you can get in Stone Guard with Cyrus.
Mhm.
You can also see if you get the discount on battle-tested axe before going too far. Just because that can be, like,
Where's that?
11,000 I think it is. It's an axe you purchase towards the end, so you can see what you get from that.
He's the librarian. Okay.
Make sure you purchase from her as well after talking.
Yeah.
So yeah, get the second letter. Easy to accidentally run away. Alphen. If you don't get the Palm M, you're usually safe getting to Cat's Eye, but...
While slightly faster, it is also wrong and lame. Nice.
And besides, it's pretty much a bad play to try and get Golden Axe early, because you don't really know if you're going to get the battle-tested money yet. And you might have to reset too many times. It's
So where's the
only
battle
if you
tested
get-
X?
Where's what?
Invictors.
Persona.
It's Ned is in the clearing on the second screen.
Okay.
In fact, did not get the... I have not gotten a single discount. I'll run.
You seem 4,000 short anime. Just looking at things. Oh, you haven't done the Mercedes quest yet, have you? Okay, yeah, go ahead. Have you completed the quest yet? Okay, yeah, sorry, do that. Yeah, as I write it in the notes, I have collecting that before you do battle tested, so you're fine. Sorry. I saw you were 4,000 short, but the quests get you 11,000. Yeah, extra attempts at Golden Axe, that's good.
You know what? Oh. Okay.
No, yeah, definitely do that last.
Oh, hold on. You know what? This
Yeah,
makes
complete the
this way easier.
quests.
Make Therion first in the party.
Yeah.
I'm on 3% right now. Hey! Time.
Hey!
Nice.
Alright, do you have all of your axes?
Let's see. Put in a new 4 pages plus 1 when equipping axes.
Yeah, so I go to equip on a character, is the counting I do.
I have 4 pages plus 1.
Nice.
3 hours and 5 minutes. That was
Yeah,
fun.
if your reputation's low in Marcelim, take a save before trying to steal. It's like a 65 or 80%. you know, it's 65 or 80%, but it could mess you up because you haven't really autosaved since Victor's.
Yeah, I have money for exactly 0 resets.
Well,
Unless I sell more stuff.
yeah. I mean,
do
I
they
sell
even
absolutely
have?
everything. I go all the way through to all of L's and sometimes a refreshing gem if you know.
How much money? I have 63,000 gold left over.
Yeah, I had 11k going into the Golden Axe with selling absolutely everything. I also, just because I've had some bad experience with Golden Axe lately, take an autosave after defeating the Granddaughter, in case I run out of money. He should be unequipped. You unequipped all right in the clear book section. Oh, yeah. Oh, does the notes still have that way?
Yeah, except Ulborg.
Okay, yeah. I think that's just all. It's because the Granddaughter fight kind of wanted it at one point, but you just chuck a Soul M, so it's just do that. Whoops.
Okay. Okay, now I have enough for 4. Want to autosave before the fight, right?
Yeah, you wanna... Oh, yeah. If you're doing the autosave method, it's you beat the Granddaughter, and then you autosave on the way out, and then immediately reset, so you don't transition back in. That way the autosave's on the inside of town.
Okay, it's seeding time. Actually, I should see art decks first. No.
Oh, yeah. You gotta have the Golden Axe be last.
I mean, you had the Rebel X. That's
my
the
bad.
last one. Restore.
Congrats on being the first people to brave the all axes. Or all weapons are in general. No one's ever done these runs except myself, I think. Yeah, but they're fun. You know, you have to collect a lot of money, which is a little unfortunate, but also can't spend money in the fights, so you get interesting fights out of it.
I definitely like the different fights.
Yeah, it's always weird going into Gideon and already not using any vets compared to 2 vets with Gideon. Go to equip axes is what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. G.
GG.
Okay. Is like a level up guaranteed or what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it does. So yeah, right.
Neat.
That is.
Yep. Yeah, this is the condensed version of the notes compared to my verbose ones. These are more up to date though, I haven't updated the other version.
I didn't record.
Yeah, 3 is what they claim. Yeah, it's like 3 runs is what they claim is a threshold. But
Wow, if I record, I could have gotten second on this leaderboard. Damn.
Mhm.
Was I-
Okay, that
was I
is
thinking?
25 tries. So...
Have you gotten it or 25?
No,
then?
no. I'm
Yeah, okay.
reloading now. But I gotta do
Yep.
the... I would do the different... So you defeat her, then autosave, and then reset, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
It's slow if you don't have to reset, because you're doing an extra bit, but
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
the
I already
fastest
had
type of
reset,
reset
so...
if you do need to.
Okay. So just leave, then reset. Okay, good. Now, might as well, 1 second. Yeah, if you care. This is 26. Yep. That's 30.
The all weapons runs are kind of neat. I always like the concept of them.
Oh, 31.
Nice.
Yeah, I got it.
So
Well, that was
funny.
not worth starting the screen share for.
I like the
Actual
concept that you can get a weapon and use it for damage. It's just Octopath things. Just that sounds so just bizarre out of context. Like what else do you use a weapon for?
Yep. I feel like all spears and all daggers probably don't have really strong attacks for those, so they're a little less, but yeah, it would definitely be worth having like double thieves for those, just on damage, but otherwise it's not doing great. Yep. Yeah, and it doesn't affect a whole lot quite often. The Lizard King axe is just a bit of extra damage, and not even much for lightning blasts, since you don't have a strong staff. But it worked. Oh, good.
Yeah, I will leave too. Thanks for the game.
Thanks for joining. Alright, have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye.